Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Criterion Connection, episode 101. This last week we did episode 100. We're starting a new set of 100 episodes. God, it's going to take a while.
We're in the triple digits.
We're in the triple digits. And as we said last week, we pre-taped this episode. That's why we're wearing the same outfits. Because I'm going to the beach. That's the design. Anyway, yeah, so we pre-taped this. We watched Hedwig, or people say Hedwig and the Angry Inch. God, Hedwig and the Angry Inch. Or, as they say in the movie, Hedwig and the Angry Inch. I keep on saying itch, and then they call it out in the movie.
Yeah.
It's like one of the first jokes they did. It's inch, not itch. And I'm like, I'm glad I'm the only one that gets confused. It's coming out on Blu-ray DVD either this week or the next week. I'm not really sure. But it's this month. I was like, I never heard of this movie. And I was like, oh, now I know why it's coming out on Pride Month. It's very, it's like a transgender, gay, punk rock musical, but also like a biography at the same time. It's not like an actual biography of a real person.
No, this was started out as a theater production.
Yes.
By the director and star.
Yeah. It was John Cameron Mitchell.
Yeah.
I was saying James Cameron Mitchell. It was James Cameron. Or Cameron Mitchell. Yeah, it stars him and he directs it, and it's based off a musical. It's about this German male who
transgender.
Female. Female, yeah.
Sort of.
Yeah,
got an angry inch.
There's a lot of kind of like gender.
I mean, maybe it's gender neutral.
It's more of like kind of like you're trying to find your gender, like gender identity. That's the word I'm looking for. The term I'm looking for.
Yeah, because Hedwig was originally Hansel.
Hansel, yes.
And then to leave East Germany, he was going to marry this American GI, but they have to get married in Germany, so he has to become a she, otherwise they won't go for it. And then he gets the operation, it's botched, and then
leaves an angry inch.
Yeah, and they do get married, they do end up in America, but then the GI leaves.
Fucking Luther. Yeah. Luther Robinson, that's a terrible name.
After that operation, Hansel becomes Hedwig, which is his mother's name. Yeah. Originally.
Yes.
Just so we're all clear.
Yes. No. Yeah. It starts out as like a German boy, and then leaves
and it's all revealed throughout the story through songs.
Yes.
And I thought that was really cool.
Yes.
They use songs to tell stories of what had already happened.
Yeah.
Because Hedwig writes songs
about
their prior life, and it's really inspired by their prior life.
Yeah, and it's the movie is about Hedwig. She's in a band that's not doing the greatest. They're playing to 7 people in a diner or whatever.
I love it.
I love it's near a salad. That they're playing near a salad bar. It looks like
seafood restaurant. Yeah.
They're playing on the 9th stage of some festival, and there's like one fan and all the porta potties.
Yeah.
It's kind of like, it's also kind of a tale of what it is to be like an independent artist, and how there's always a struggle to even have an audience.
Right.
I think you and me both have dealt with that before. We played to 2 people, and you still give it your all and stuff like that. Anyway, it's kind of also has that kind of undertone to it. In my eyes, as a musician,
this movie reminds me a little bit of Leningrad Cowboys.
Yes. Another Criterion movie.
Yeah. So it has these kind of comedic undertones with certain spots, like when Hedwig is performing at the one restaurant and starts like walking on all the tables,
and then uses her skirt as like on that guy's face. It's a car wash.
Because it has a fringe on it, and she calls it a car wash.
Are you my sugar daddy? And it's just old people. They're just like, who is this person? It's mostly her and her band of misfits, pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
They're shadowing Johnny was it Giosis? Tommy Giosis.
Tommy Gnosis.
Tommy Gnosis, that's it.
Because it's revealed later that Hedwig knew Tommy Gnosis when he was a young, like, teenager.
Played by Michael Pitt.
And
some of the worst hair.
And Hedwig kind of brought this creative energy to him, like helped him create these songs. Like the whole there's like a tabloid that says I wrote all the songs on the record, and the movie leads you to believe that that's true.
Yes. And there's a lot of it's basically the whole plot, and she's shadowing. They have a manager who's always down for the band. Like when the homophobic guy starts attacking the band or whatever, and all the band's just rolling. There's a shot of her like in the background punching a fan, and I'm just like, oh my god, this is amazing.
Yeah. And Hedwig's just still performing the whole time.
It's a movie that I feel, it doesn't matter what your gender identity is, doesn't matter what your sexual orientation is, you can relate to Hedwig.
Yeah, it's just about, because that's not what it's about.
Yeah.
It's about people and dealing with, those different feelings, like loving somebody, being left by somebody.
And betrayed.
Being betrayed, trying to, scrape like a success out of it, and then seeing somebody else take shortcuts, and it has all these things, and trying to come to terms with who you are.
Yeah,
exactly. I think those themes really
are universal.
Yeah, it really helps like the movie just reach out and touch anybody.
Yeah, like I got very invested into the movie. I got very invested, especially when after they have the accident, and basically Hedwig, spoilers, just has enough, I guess, and she just takes off the wig, and she kind of has more of a, she now represents the boy that she left
girly boy.
as.
The girly boy is how she puts it early on.
Yeah, like just
going
takes it
back,
all off, just kind of like in underwear at that point, and just it's very like she sees Tommy sing that song, whatever, kind of like a goodbye, and then they have that great performance in all the white.
I see. For me, like I don't think that actually happened.
Well, it was in the mind.
Yeah, but I feel like she dies in the car accident.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and I think all that is just stuff that happened, like kind of
in her brain
while she's on her deathbed.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's an interesting thought.
That's what I think. I think she dies. I think she goes into a coma after the accident, and
that's just kind of like a coma dream. Yeah. Okay.
That's my.
That makes a little more sense because I thought it was a little weird that all of a sudden she's famous.
Yeah. Well, the idea was Hedwig gets more famous after the accident, based on like tabloid journalism. Like, who is this? Transgender or drag queen, whatever they call her, and then like Tommy, he can't back up his songs because they were Hedwig songs.
Yeah.
So he obviously falls out, and like he was popular with the women, so that automatically kind of cuts his fan base as well.
Yeah, and there's
and Hedwig kind of becomes famous for being like almost a Monica Lewinsky kind of caricature, I guess, in a way. But, I feel like it's just, like, kind of a comatose dream.
Yeah, and then you have, there's also some side plots, like, with her husband, who wants to be a female, pretty much, but she feels that she's stuck in that kind of the role, because Hedwig doesn't want to let go of the Hedwig persona.
Yeah.
Like, she wants to be maybe like more feminine and stuff like that. She, I forget her name, but I keep calling her X-Pac because she looks like X-Pac the wrestler.
I don't know how to pronounce the name.
Yeah, it's like
it's like a YH.
Yeah, I'm not going to attempt it because I usually butcher it.
I have no clue how to pronounce it.
There's that little subplot there that kind of has a good payoff to it. I think I saw one review on Letterboxd. The soundtrack slaps, and I'm going to use that.
The songs are great.
Yes.
I I feel like, because this is going to get compared to Rocky Horror Picture Show.
Yes.
It's inevitable. I think Rocky Horror Picture Show might have like a couple renowned songs that kind of translate into the mainstream. I think this has better caliber songs.
Yeah, like one of my favorite ones. I
love the Angry Inch.
Angry Inch is great. One of my favorite ones was when Luther leaves her and she's in that trailer. Mm-hmm. There's this big set piece going on with like she has like the Cher hair.
Oh yeah, the
drummer has like a little like a strap drum. He's like,
yeah.
I think that was
where the band pops in.
Yeah, I think that was like one of the better like set pieces. Mm-hmm. I loved the design of it. I loved how it looked. I loved the flow. I loved the vibe of it.
They put money into this movie, man.
It's a very kind of like uplifting. Like you're gonna put on your way, and they have like the little bouncing ball with the lyrics.
Oh yeah, the sing along part.
And I watched this with my girlfriend, and we both were singing when I was like, "Come on, let's do it!" And then it's like, "Put on your way." Like I was like, it was a fun, interactive.
Well, what's
movie.
fun is they also input a voice that doesn't like fit with the rest of the singers of the band. So it's as if somebody is singing along that isn't a part of the band.
I thought that was it's a very fun movie, but also a very kind of like.
It's an emotional movie.
Emotional look inward kind of movie. Like you start thinking like, oh, so what does she want in the end? And she's kind of like in this facade of like what she was supposed to be or whatever. Mm-hmm. And I feel like she has more of a freedom in the coma dream or in real life.
Yeah, I think it's a coma dream. Other people might think it's just kind of
at the end there's a piece,
inner mind.
And there's a weird part where walking nude in the street. I don't know what that was about.
It happens.
Yeah, I don't know how they transitioned to that. Even if it was a dream or not,
I also love like just the implication that all the sacrifices that Hedwig has made has been for nothing, because Hedwig wants to leave East Germany. It's communist.
Oh, that part was so heartbreaking.
Yeah, and in order to leave, Hedwig is going to go. Well, at the time, Hansel was going to marry Luther, and he has to get a sex change. And when
Luther leaves,
Hansel becomes Hedwig, and they get out of East Germany. They end up in Kansas, I think. City.
Kansas City.
No, Junction
City, yeah.
And Luther leaves, and the Berlin Wall gets taken down.
Well, and she turns on the TV, the Berlin Wall is taken down. So
Hedwig went through all this stuff, the botched surgery, the heartbreak, only for like a couple years later could have just left.
Yeah.
Could have just left.
Oh, yeah, that was that, and then that leads into the uplifting song in the trailer, which is needed because that was so depressing. I felt so sad. I was like, oh my god, that's the worst.
But it really kind of colors in Hedwig's character, especially when she decides to go into music and start with that little, she has that band that she takes with her everywhere and starts playing in these seafood places. And it leads her to Michael Pitt's character. It leads her to, eventually having all these great songs, but having somebody had stolen them from her.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a really good like punk rock music.
Yeah, and I think like if you had a good triple feature, it'd be Rocky Horror, this movie, and I think Phantom of the Paradise would be pretty cool.
That'd be an interesting one.
Yeah, or
are you gonna go Shock Treatment?
No, I'm gonna go Hairspray. John Waters Hairspray. John Waters anything. I feel like John Waters.
There is a beehive in Hedwig and the Angry Inch.
Yeah, there is. I think like. I feel like John Waters, man. I feel like John Waters I've seen this movie and was really digging it. It was after Hairspray, but
well after.
Yeah, well after.
Yeah, this is from
2001. Yeah.
I'm sorry, I thought it was 1998, but that might have been when the. Broadway
what also gives me a vibe, kind of like some of how the backgrounds look like. Mm-hmm. It gives you a vibe. Have you seen But I'm a Cheerleader?
No.
Yeah, it was from the 90s. It's got RuPaul in it and. Kid who plays Rufio from Hook.
Okay.
Yeah, like it's got that kind of vibe where it kind of feels like it feels kind of surreal. You know what I
Okay.
mean? It kind of feels very surrealistic.
That was an interesting way to get around, like, because with theater you kind of have like a 2D, like 180 degrees that you're dealing with the audience, with all your set pieces. They really did work with that in this movie. They didn't completely explore everything, but they made it easily like transition.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? To having everything in front of you.
Yeah.
all the time.
So Joe, buy, rent, or skip?
I think it's a buy, man. I think it's a really good movie, man.
I do too. I was like, I did not know what to expect. I did not read any of the synopsis.
Yeah.
And I was kind of in on the first song. When I saw the band with like the drummer has like the mustache and long hair and he has suspenders, and then you have the quintessential punk rock.
Yeah.
And then you have the emo hair guy.
I just think it's like, because I only saw like the cover. And I'm like, oh, cool, another punk rock movie, you know.
It made me think of Smithereens.
Yeah, it's got a Smithereens style, cover for the Criterion edition, and I was like, cool, another punk rock movie. I tend to like those. Yeah. And this was way different than what I thought it was going to be, and it was even better. Yeah. So, kudos.
Yeah, very, very good.
Oh, and we need to mention that John Cameron Mitchell puts in one hell of a performance in this movie,
and also directs. As someone who directed it and acted in a short, it's very impressive.
He wrote it. He wrote the songs, at least partially.
Yeah.
Performed the songs. Performs as Hedwig. Real great job.
And it's on the Criterion channel. There's the supplements. They do a reunion.
Oh, really? I need to see that.
Yeah, it's got Cameron Mitchell. It's mostly James Cameron Mitchell. John Cameron Mitchell.
I'm going to mess
up. John Cameron Mitchell. It's not with a lot of the actors. It's more with the person who helped write the songs. And all them, yeah, like the set design, everyone. And they just talk about it.
One of the members of Husker Du is one of the...
oh, really?
Yeah, one of the people behind some of the songs and the performances. Bob Mould, I think his name is.
Dang. Some guy, his name is Mike or something like that.
Yeah, his last name's Mold. I don't remember his name.
But they have like a whole reunion, and then there's like an anatomy of the scene, and they talk about the scene of the Adam and Eve thing was awesome. Like the whole.
I really love the early animation they did when they were doing the Origin of Love song.
Yeah.
That animation was super cool.
And I was kind of like slightly on the edge of my seat.
I was kind of like
at the end where the two halves were meeting together and become whole, and like they keep separating. You're like, oh come on, become whole, whatever.
I honestly at that point thought like, okay, so we're gonna get like a song and animation's gonna accompany it, and then we're gonna get into the movie, and then like that'll be that kind of rhythm.
Yeah.
They didn't do any more animations really, but that first one was really good.
Yeah. Very inventive, very imaginative. Great musical. We both say buy it. Go buy it. And if you're still hesitating, go on the Criterion channel and watch it. We are not sponsored by them.
Yeah.
But let us know in the comment section below. What do you think about this movie? Are there other musicals that we have not covered? I'm pretty sure there's a couple we have not covered yet.
Right.
Let us know in the comment section below.
So we just did Swing Time.
Swing Time, yes.
And then now we're doing Hedwig.
Hedwig, yes. Two different movies. There's
no they're a little different.
There's no tap dancing in this one.
No.
But if she had tap shoes, I'm sure it'd be a good tap dance.
But yeah, let us know if there's any other musicals we should watch. Or just anything. Like
more suggestions. We get suggestions all the time. We want more.
Yeah.
We want more and more choices.
There's so many. Like
Criterion channel, they keep adding more stuff.
Because we get kind of crippled with choice. Like you just kind of have so many choices you don't know what to pick.
Yeah.
So it helps to have people chime in. So definitely do that. Share the video. Comment. Like it.
Yeah.
That'd be all cool.
And thank you for all your support. We forgot to mention now episode 100.
Yeah, it's 100 episodes that we've done. 101 now.
Yeah, and there's been like people that are watching every week, and there's new people coming in. Like
we really appreciate all the comments.
Thank you,
and all the likes. Thanks, guys.
Even the bad ones.
Even the ones where people
call us pinheads. That's my favorite. Whoever commented that, I forget what video it was, like 50 episodes ago.
I totally forgot. I need to go back and like that comment.
That's one of the best insults ever. I've never heard anyone call him.
But yeah.
I've never been called a pinhead.
Definitely.
But give us more positive feedback.
But definitely, thanks for watching. And we're going to keep doing this for a while.
Because it's fun. It's fun. So until next time, I'm Wayne.
And I'm still Joe.
And we will see you later.